The United States ambassador to South Africa, the mayor of the city of Atlanta in Georgia, and counterparts in the Western Cape are meeting over the next several days to discuss Project Atlanta Phambili. This collaborative project focuses on the bilateral trade between the American city and Cape Town, among others. Discussion focused on various sectors will take place to strengthen and improve relations. For more on this, SABC News reporter Mariska Botha filed this.
We're coming to you from the heart of Cape Town, where we just stepped out of a meeting between a high-level delegation from America and the city of Atlanta in Georgia in America. Cape Town here in the Western Cape and Atlanta, Georgia in America have become sister cities in 2016, but of course there's also bilateral agreements and trade deals in place. And this morning it sounds like there's a strengthening of this partnership and bond. But to speak to us a little bit more about that, we have James Voss, who's the MACO Member for Economic Development in the city of Cape Town, to speak to us. Mr. Voss, thank you very much for your time. First of all, explain to us, what is Atlanta Phambili?
So it's a partnership between Cape Town and Atlanta, which focuses on trade and investment so that we can strengthen our ties when it comes to getting Cape Town businesses doing business in Atlanta, but also for Atlanta businesses doing business in Cape Town. So it's about moving our economies forward together. And so the sister city agreement between Cape Town and Atlanta is founded on that basis of strengthening our travel and trade opportunities, so that we can do much more business with one another, focusing on technology, manufacturing, the creative industries, agri-processing and tourism. So this high-level meeting today was about finding those opportunities within our different sectors and doing business to business so that we can introduce Cape Town businesses with American and specifically Atlanta businesses. And that is where the magic happens. It's for those businesses to do a dialogue around the business opportunities that exist. So as government, our job is to make it easier for travel and trade to occur, and using air connectivity. We have a direct flight with 3 American cities, Atlanta, Washington and New York. And so of course this relationship is built on that connectivity. Getting that direct flight was an important outcome of that sister city agreement, so that we can make it easier for investors and tourists to travel between our two cities. But now the hard work begins. We have now laid the foundation, paved the way for these businesses to get an introduction to the various business formations and those industry bodies, from boat building to clothing and textile, financial services, business process outsourcing. So we've assembled all of the key business bodies of Cape Town in this meeting, and the same for Atlanta. They've also brought a business delegation along so that we can do that business to business dialogue. And then as government, for us to continue building on that relationship. That is why these sister cities agreements are so important for us. It must not only exist on paper, it must exist in real life, where you can feel and see the difference. And so landing that first flight was a key outcome of that sister city agreement. Now we need to build on it, but finding the right sectors. You can't be everything to everyone in the economy. So our goal is to be laser focused, very strategic on finding the sectors that makes business sense, so that we can put businesses in touch with the right business partners and giving them a shot at success. So that's the purpose of this meeting, but also to showcase Cape Town industries. So for the next few days we will be taking the mayor of Atlanta with this business delegation from Atlanta to various key businesses across the city, our special economic zone focusing on green technology manufacturing, our film industry, to go and show them the big potential around the Cape Town film and creative industries, also manufacturing, technology. So there's a full agenda for the next few days so that we can showcase real businesses and industries that are performing well, and then of course workforce development, also the skills that underpin those industries. So that's also an important part of the program.
This sounded like were re-establishing or reaffirming your connection with Atlanta. Why specifically Atlanta?
So that's an important key source market for us. The direct flight, because it shows that there's profitability and performance on that route, and now obviously building on that relationship is key. So we have a lot in common when it comes to our economic sectors. They are strong on the creative industries. So too is Cape Town. Financial services, business process outsourcing, marine manufacturing, agri-processing. So there's a lot of similarities and alignment in our economic geography and the type of sectors that make up our cities. And that's why we have founded this relationship way back in 2016. And for them to have come back today speaks volumes about their commitment and about their determination to make that agreement work. And the same for Cape Town. We are constantly looking for economic partners and business bodies that we can introduce our Cape Town producers and manufacturers to. So for us, it's really important to make these international relationships work well to the benefit of Cape Town's economy.
And lastly, maybe, what do you hope will come out after these next few days? Any agreements to be signed, maybe?
So we are working on that cooperation agreement presently as we speak. So we've identified digital innovation, tourism and air links, agri-processing, financial services, and marine manufacturing. We've identified those as key economic sectors, and so our teams are presently looking at the synergies. So I'm hopeful that this visit will bring about some big business benefit for Cape Town, and that's why we have selected an audience filled with real businesses, not things that exist on paper. It must be a business that's doing cool things in our economy so that they can get the benefit, and that's where the magic happens. It's that conversion. So all of these agreements need to be conversion driven. There needs to be a financial outcome, a business benefit, and that's our key focus as the City of Cape Town.
Thank you very much. That was Mr. James Voss, the MACA member for economic development in the City of Cape Town, speaking to us there about his hopes for the next few days after, you heard him say it all, they're going to gather and meet and take them everywhere to show them what Cape Town is capable of. One of the things we learned today, for instance, is boat building is a major economic driver as far as the marine sector goes here in the Western Cape. We understand that one yacht, is that correct, Mr. Voss? One yacht?
One catamaran.
One catamaran is built for every working day of the year in Cape Town, and that is a major part of the exports that comes from the City of Cape Town. So many things happening between the two cities that relate to each other in terms of business, and it will be a very busy few days for everybody involved. We understand they're going to go into closed meetings right now to discuss various aspects, and then of course they will be taken across the city to see what the City of Cape Town has to offer and to strengthen those bilateral ties.